My battery died on the last video I was trying to film. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to continue it here, but basically this channel is now going to be dedicated to the rationalists, realists out there who are sick and tired of the preferential, pro-black, anti-white treatment that's so rampant in this country. The YouTube black comments that are allowed to take place, the death threats, hate speech, racial slurs against whites on a daily basis and go unchecked are ridiculous. Yet anyone, even if they're telling the truth, who says anything negative about blacks, even if it's true, they're banned a racist or labeled a racist, they're banned from YouTube, action is taken immediately, etc., etc. That's the definition of racial discrimination, is to treat one group differently than you treat another group. Couple other things to expose or to think about is I'm 3.5 decades old. I've been 3 decades basically. I've been watching TV and paying attention to the news and the media and watching television entertainment. And if you want a perfect example of how pro-black, anti-white, racial discrimination, preferential treatment, etc. this country is, you have to look no further than Jay Leno, David Letterman, and Conan O'Brien, and talk show, late show, entertainment show hosts like that, and Arsenio Hall, for example. If Leno or Letterman or Conan ever made any of the half as bad or offensive racial comments that Arsenio and black hosts do continuously, they would immediately be fired, and there would be riots, picketing, marching up and down in front of the Ed Sullivan Theater. I mean, it would just be, there would literally be riots. It would be all-out war. And all you got to do is just go back and watch some of Arsenio's shows. Go watch Arsenio with Vanilla Ice as a guest, and then, well, you can't. I was gonna say then go watch a white host saying anything racist to a black guest, but they don't do it. It doesn't happen. You won't find it. You won't find Letterman or Leno or Conan saying anything anti-black or negative about blacks or racist to a black guest. It would never happen. But Arsenio, I mean, my God, that was the most racist person to ever be on TV, and he got away with it every day. And another example is Letterman, Leno, Conan. Every single day, every single night, every single show, for the history of the shows, every single night, particularly during the opening monologues, there was always a bash, a slander, a joke, ridiculing, slamming, something negative about every white president we've ever had. Every single show, every single day almost, was saying something bad about Clinton or making fun of Bush or something. But now that we have a black president who actually is the worst president in the history of the United States, who's been destroying the country, who's been the most ineffectual president to ever be in office, him and his wife, the First Lady, have partaken in the most criminal behavior and illegal acts of anyone to ever be in the office, and there's never a word said. Not one word. I watch those shows all the time, almost nightly, and to this day I've never seen them be even close to honest, let alone, bashing them the way that they did the white ones. One example is in the middle of this economic crisis, which has been unmatched since the Great Depression. The First Lady, who happens to be black, has literally shysted the American public out of $3.7 million that has been spent on private, personal vacations with entourages of over 200 to 350 people, first-class accommodations, booking entire first-class motels. I'm talking several floors or the whole motel, first-class flights, the whole nine. But almost $4 million blown on vacations during the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. If that was Nancy Bush or Barbara Bush or any of the white first ladies in history, oh my God, her husband would have been impeached in 2 minutes. But because she's black, it's okay. And I am not a fan of the term, but there's always that racist derogatory term of nigger rich. That's exactly what that is. And it's unbelievable. Nobody even reports on it or talks about it. And if that was Hillary Clinton when her husband was in office, or if it was Barbara Bush or whoever, oh my God, it would have been all we've heard about every day since, until they were impeached. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. Another example, the Rush Limbaugh NFL situation. He didn't do anything wrong, did not make any racist racial slurs or anti-black negative statements. What he said was 100% true, in that the media wants a black quarterback and they protect Donovan McNabb. He's the most overrated quarterback, or actually player, to play in the league in the last 30 years. That's me adding that part. Limbaugh didn't say that, but everything he said was true and was right on the money. That McNabb sucks. He's always sucked. He's always been overrated. Right now happens to be week 6 of the NFL this year, and anyone who watched tonight's performance from McNabb, it was just ridiculous, and that's just textbook typical McNabb. McNabb has lost the last 13 out of, oh no wait, including tonight, lost the last 14 out of 15 consecutive games. Okay, he's lost 14 out of 15 consecutive games in which he started. What does that tell you? If McNabb was white, he would have been out of the league 7 years ago. But he's black, so the media protects him. And another thing was that he said that black quarterbacks are not prolific passers and they're great runners. Well, every black NFL analyst in history has said that. Jamie Dukes this week, last week, and in week 4. You can go watch the week 4, 5, and 6. I believe it's called The Huddle, and it was Dion Primetime, Jamie Dukes, and somebody else sitting around discussing things. And Jamie Dukes openly said it like 4 times in 3 weeks that black quarterbacks are runners, not prolific passers. Well, why would that be okay? Jamie Dukes, by the way, is the most racist, pro-black, anti-white, biased, preferential analyst or commentator to ever be associated with the NFL. But he says it, nobody bats an eyelash. But Limbaugh said it, all hell breaks loose. It's a fact. With the exception of Cam Newton, who's a rookie and only played a few games, but so far appears to be a good passer, every single black quarterback in history that had any notoriety or started for very long or whatever was a great runner, like Michael Vick or Randall Cunningham or Warren Moon or whoever you want to name. They're all just like that. They're all great runners, but they're not great passers. They're not accurate. They're not field generals. They're not great team leaders. You watch real great quarterbacks, real great passers like Breeze and Manning and Brady. They put the ball where it needs to be, where only their guy can get it and the defender can't get to it. And if you're a good passer, you never have to run. That's the point. You only have to run if you're not a good passer. No matter how covered your receivers may appear to be, you can still get the ball to a place where they can get it and the defender cannot. And that's what good, accurate, prolific passers do. And guys who are not accurate, prolific, great, best ever passers have to run the ball. You should never have to run the ball. I gotta stop now. It's almost 9 minutes.